been a bit, but we really need to dive into doing the Crimson Fleet missions. So, we're back. Rook meets King after doing a job for Adler Kemp. He's decided to refer me to one of his supervisors. I need to go to Europa, where I'll meet Naiva Mora? But it says rendezvous with Asterea at Europa. Are they the same person? Okay, I went and got my Mantis thing back out. Where's my ship? Why can't I jump to my ship from here? That's fine. Maybe it'll let me jump straight to Europa. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why it doesn't have the ship option.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
Oh, the Astraea is a ship.
So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
I mean, Adler wasn't the smartest. Didn't I already prove myself?
To Adler? Sure. But for all I know, you're just his latest impulse buy. Still, I'm feeling generous. So I'm gonna give you a chance to prove you're not a total waste of cabin air.
Oh, Adler said that. I didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
But of course, we are undercover, so I don't have to actually kill him, right? What options do I have to complete the job?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
It's been so long since I've done these quests. Do I have to run back to my blackmailing boss guy to talk to him? Why not hunt down Austin Rake yourself?
There's a lesson in this. I need you to learn what'll happen if you decide to turn your back on the fleet. Consider it your glimpse into a possible, unfortunate future. So you'd better pay close attention.
They don't notice that I'm driving the Razor Leaf that belonged to the Mantis. A medical supply ship? Why not a ship with some actual loot?
This job isn't about the loot. But I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake dies.
Okay, consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Oh, we're still talking, apparently. It said transmission ended. What do you want, or why do you want Rake dead?
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean, nobody, runs away from the fleet.
Does that mean Vlad's gonna get tied into all this? Because Vlad left the fleet? How can you be certain that Austin Rake is on the Regana?
I've been tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Okay. Oh, I'm hoping this tells me what I gotta actually do. Neva Mora wants me to destroy the Regana in order to kill a Crimson Fleet traitor on board. I can follow her order, or try to find another way to resolve the solution, so I don't run back to the bosses. Might as well scan Europa while I'm here. Oh, it's right here in the same system. What is the Eoptus? Oh, never mind. That's the Free Star Discovery. Right there. Is that my boss's ship? I don't remember, to be honest. Again, it's been so long. That's why I'm flying to it, just to see.
Ourselves a mark.
Hello? Why am I being attacked by the Free Star Discovery?
Shields. Enemy's engines are offline.
I'm docking it, because I want to know if this is actual Free Star people that are attacking me, or if it's, like, spacers.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Because why am I being attacked by the Free Stars? I am Free Star. Spacers! But it's stealing! Wait, if they're spacers, why would it be stealing? Not to mention they're dead, so it shouldn't be stealing.
Oh! Catch my breath, and then it's back to the grind.
That's why it would be stealing. You're alive! Sorry. Okay. Hey, and I got another Astra. Another Beskar.
It's dangerous out there. Glad people like you are around to help.
I haven't even helped you yet. I mean, I'm going to, but I'm just having to look around first. Equip and free. I don't...
You're
I guess.
a genuine lifesaver.
Yeah, you can have one of their guns. Can have this Equinox.
I thought I was dead. Just plain dead. You Rangers are something else.
All in a day's work.
You Rangers. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my route.
Apparently that's something I've already had. I didn't even know about it. Well, good thing I didn't blow the ship up. She would have just been dead. Okay. Undock. I did destroy her engines, though. Well, she has 3
All
ship.
green on release. We're free to fly.
She has 3 ship parts. She can repair it. I haven't heard Amelia talk, like, at all. She's there. I saw her. She hasn't said anything. Set a course. Are we already at the area? Why are we flying back to the planet?
This is Dmitry Moldavsky, pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble. I repeat, this is Dmitry Moldavsky of the Ragana. We are unarmed and just en route to New Homestead. Please, confirm your intentions.
Okay. Attack! Boy, do I have some bad news for you.
I do not understand. Please, confirm your intentions.
I can do a Crimson Fleet check or a UC Systems Def check. Or just talk to him plainly. Well, I will use a US UC SysDef. The fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board your ship and talk about how to spare him.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way.
Obviously.
Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
I know, you're going to be saying that a lot because I don't feel like talking to you right now. I should have sent her home.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
It's bored. Am I over encumbered already? Where did I gain 1 extra pound? Oh. These 2 things. That I didn't store on my ship. It's fine, I'll do it after. I didn't read it. Did it add anything new? I traveled to Encleadus and encountered the Ragana ship, destined for a new homestead. I convinced the pilot to let me board the ship to speak to them in person. Let's talk to Dmitry.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
Yes, you should, because I already told you from my ship I was part of the people. Well, just tell me which one of you is Austin Rake.
That is not something I am going to do, not until you reveal your intentions. As far as you are concerned, I am Austin Rake. You want him? You're going to have to kill me. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
I literally told you from the ship that the Crimson Fleet was trying to kill Austin, and that's why I'm here. Why risk your lives to protect Rake?
I will not murder a man in cold blood. You will have to kill us all first.
Sounds good. UC desist def check. The fleet want Rake dead, but I want to resolve this without violence.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
I mean, yeah, deliver him to Sistef. If the fleet find out about this deal, we're both exposed.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
But these are medical. You just
You're
gave
the
me.
fleet's new dog, huh?
You just gave me spare medical supplies that I think you should have kept.
Thank you for letting us go.
I thought we were dead.
So,
I can't believe it.
Dimitri?
We will make sure Rake's name is taken off the manifest. And I hope you do not take this the wrong way, but I hope our paths never cross again.
This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
Which is why
So
you
now what? You're gonna put me in a sys-def prison? I'm not saying it's worse than death, but it's pretty damn close.
You shouldn't have given me a spare thing of supplies. I mean, I get it, but you shouldn't have. Austin.
If you ever get to the key, you better sleep with one eye open and 2 pistols loaded.
Okay.
Thank you for letting us go.
Is there only the 5 of you on here? Probably not. Well, let's go. I was hoping I can get more information out of Austin, but it looks like he doesn't have any extra dialogue. He probably did if I chose to attack them. Let's go ahead and drop off boost pack, the suit, exit.
Yes?
Why did Amelia get transferred over? How do you do your crew again? Amelia. It says she's on the razor leaf. Guessing she's just currently bugged out somewhere. Alright. As long as she's here. Let's undock. Let these guys get back to what they were doing.
All green on release. We're free to fly.
After dealing with the Ragana, I need to return to Naiva Mora in orbit around Europa. Europa? I'm talking about my Europa.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Okay.
Their shield system is damaged.
Come on.
No, the grab drive.
You don't know who you're messing with!
hunted down by mercenaries. It seems her engines are off because she's not flying around anymore.
Target's shields are offline.
We've tagged their engines.
Okay. Let's go pick up these supplies first. And then we'll have a talk with Maiva? Naiva? Neva? Naiva.
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
I mean, you literally asked for my help. Who exactly is Ecliptic?
Mercenaries. Guns for hire that shoot their own parents if they were paid enough. I'll tell you, we do a hell of a lot of dirty work in the Crimson Fleet. But we'd never sell away our souls like an Ecliptic merc does.
Okay, trying to make yourselves out to be better. Got it. Why were you attacked by Ecliptic?
You know what? I have no idea, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. I suppose I could have pissed off someone I screwed over in the past, but there's been so many, I've lost count.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You're a raider, you would be being attacked. Lie. Austin Rake is dead. The Ragana survived.
Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
You too afraid to come after me yourself? Okay. Well, it's about damn time.
You better stow that crap before you make me change my mind. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
The key. So, am I the Rook? Rook meets King. Oh, because I'm the rookie. I'm a rookie. That's right. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's go to Callisto. Rookie.
Take them apart!
Wrong place, wrong time.
Oh, never mind.
Shit. It's the Mantis! Mantis!
Yeah, right. Scanning. Damn it! Spin up the drives! We're leaving. We're... sorry. Faster!
Please, please, don't kill me!
Thank you, Mantis. What's a Mantis?
Why does it want me to go back to Mars? I'm to report to UC Commander Kiwe Ikonde on the Vigilance. Oh. Wait, why am I here? This was the jump point it told me to go to, was Callisto. Why did it have me jump to Callisto? Didn't I select the mission thing?
Vessel ID acknowledged. Port 1 cleared for docking. Welcome home to the Vigilance.
You got it. Here I come.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Hello.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me.
You got it, buddy.
I had a friend on the Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Once we get rid of all the pirates, the galaxy will be a better place.
Someone on SSNN was saying the Crimson Fleet only gets violent as a last resort.
I didn't know pirates had a propaganda arm.
I mean, there is some truth to it. Killing's not their main motive.
Well, yeah, they aren't Spacers or House of Varun, but they'll do whatever it takes to get your creds. And the easiest way is to kill the person holding them.
Is this where it's supposed to build up like...
in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Is this meant to build up like a sympathy for them to find out they're not all bad? They try that with like raiders in the Fallout universe a lot. But no, they're still terrible
You have
people.
permission to speak freely. We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Any point in trying to get Rake to give up information about the fleet?
That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. He might be better served as bait. For now, we'll keep him in the brig. Perhaps you could pay him a visit there sometime? I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you.
Well, I don't feel like he should be arrested, considering he's not with the fleet anymore. Well, I'm glad he surrendered. I didn't want to kill anyone, innocent or otherwise.
That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part. Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
And since Ecliptic are terrible people, it's okay that I just murdered 3 ships worth of people? Ecliptic doesn't have a problem with attacking the Crimson Fleet?
They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough money, Ecliptic would attack the Vigilance. It wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack an isolated Crimson Fleet ship. Just expensive.
Well, don't worry, I got those credits back. But again, you just have me kill 3 ships worth of people. I feel like there's a better way of doing all this, of finding out how to get to the Crimson Fleet place, especially because we knew where it was. It's a place called the Key. I feel like you could have just sent me straight to the Key and bypassed all this extra murder. She's even agreeing with me. She was nodding her head. Well, that was a clever way to ensure Naiva's trust.
Ah, so I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet?
Oh, that's right. I have to go undercover to get information so they could arrest them. My plan was just to go in and kill them all, which would solve the problem. But okay. Well, yeah, it was a clever plan. The fleet doesn't suspect a thing.
It's a dangerous plan, and you came awfully close to killing an innocent crew. Luckily, you have a good head on your shoulders, and did the right thing. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Okay, well, what do you know about Naiva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
Anyone else see Toph's creepy smile? Yep, there she goes again. It's creepy because she just does it out of nowhere. Okay, everything's going according to plan.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
Because he's right here and she's right there, I couldn't reach to talk to him across the table, which is why I walked around the table. But because he was right there, when it zooms in on her, his freaky eyes were still there. The little outline of him. Shouldn't I get off of the Vigilance before my cover's blown?
The Vigilance is equipped with one of the most advanced intelligence suites in the UC fleet. Nothing slips through. You can rest assured, if the Crimson Fleet had any access to our whereabouts or have infiltrated our security, we'd know. As long as you're here, your identity is safe.
Okay, well, I was told to meet Naiva at the Key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the Key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
And we're still technically in the mission. All right,
Things are progressing rather quickly.
Toph?
We don't have a full map of the fleet's roster. The members change too quickly.
Why hold prisoners aboard the Vigilance when you could send them directly to prison?
2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours, we need to keep these prisoners out of the spotlight.
Sounds good. You mentioned the Vigilance is upgrading its shielding.
That's right. It's something we've requested a while ago, in preparation for a future conflict with the fleet. Once we finalize everything and run a few tests, we'll have the defenses needed for a jump to the Crick system when the time comes.
All right, sounds good. Do you have any detailed information about the Crimson Fleet?
Sure. We have a database of profiles you can read, which should help you ingratiate yourself with the group. However, the profiles are a guide, not gospel. Use what you can, fill in the blanks, and play off that. I imagine when you're done, you'll be able to generate far more accurate profiles than what we have in our system.
Mm-hmm. Is this, the voice of Sierra Petrovita? Not Petrovita, as I've always called her. Why is it called the Crix system?
The system was originally called Alpha Ophiuchi, until a flag was planted there by Jasper Crix, the founder of the Crimson Fleet. Since it was crucial that space travelers avoided that system, navigators marked it as Crix on star maps as a warning. They could have just as easily labeled it Crimson Fleet, so I'm guessing the pirates themselves were responsible for spreading their leader's name. Over the years, people forgot the system's original designation and started calling it the Crix system. It's been that way ever since.
Alright, sounds good.
Good luck on the key.
Commander?
We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it.
Oh, I can actually do this, because I don't believe I should have had them. Return the supplies. I'd like to return the medical supplies I got from the Ragana.
Thank you. I wasn't sure what you were planning to do with them, or if you still needed them for your cover. We'll make sure they get transported to their original destination.
I didn't need them at all, to be honest. She didn't ask about them. How critical was the cargo being delivered to the new homestead?
Extremely critical. It's unfortunate the Ragana caught itself in the crossfire of Neva Mora's personal vendetta. Fortunately, your actions allowed the Ragana to reach New Homestead with its cargo intact. And you even returned the extra supplies that were jettisoned. We'll make sure they find the right home.
Well, he handed them to me, but you got it. Why are you so determined to destroy the Crimson Fleet?
They're a menace to civilized society. They attack supply ships, terrorize systems, and kill innocents, all under a banner of greed. But it's not just that. I strongly believe that the UC has a duty to destroy the Crimson Fleet. After all, it was our fault that the Crimson Fleet was unleashed upon the settled systems in the first place.
Okay, well, how is the UC responsible for the origin of the Crimson Fleet?
I'm not at liberty to explain the origin of the Crimson Fleet right now, but suffice to say, it's a massive embarrassment to the UC. All I can tell you is that the key and the planet that it's orbiting once belonged to the United Colonies, and they were lost to those pirates. The Crimson Fleet is a product of our negligence, and I aim to rectify that mistake.
I think I've asked him some of these already before, but why doesn't the UC send a fleet to attack the key?
You were saying? I've asked my superiors the same thing. But the Council is resistant to the notion that the Crimson Fleet is a serious threat. They perceive the pirates as simple opportunists and thieves, willing to betray each other the moment a better offer arrives. In actuality, I believe the fleet is a massive threat, one that's growing more and more organized as the years pass.
I mean, yeah, you could just send me in. What is the primary directive of SysDef?
Our directive is simple. We are tasked with the eradication of space piracy in the settled systems. As the chief source of pirate activity, the Crimson Fleet is our primary target.
Yeah, SysDef. System Defense. Got it.
Best of luck. You are headed into a snake pit. Be sure to watch your step.
Look at all these officers and their pettiness.
Well, Mr. Dirt, your diagnostics check out, so that's good. Oof, but given your age, it looks like your rotational gears are due for a viscosity check. Ooh, and I want to take another look at your camera. Don't worry, it won't hurt, I promise.
She's talking to this turret. Javanta Betty? Or is that an O? Doesn't matter. Can't talk to her.
How's the training coming along? First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
I'm guessing she'll play a role later on.
Well, out of the frying pan.
Heard the Regana made it to port with 0 casualties. Nicely done.
Thanks. Wasn't there a terminal?
We got a wager going over whether the fleet will let you in or leave you for dead. And, unless you're a zombie, I owe the ops team lunch.
So you thought they were gonna kill me. Thanks, buddy. Phobos, the Vigilance, is scheduled to be in the Sol system for an extended period to focus on technical upgrades and mission planning. Mast has been notified of their position. Okay. I need to get to the brig to talk to...
As a member of the Crimson Fleet, you'll get a unique view into their operations. Make sure to spare no detail in your reports.
I don't write reports.
Excuse me.
Okay. I don't know how to get to the brig. I also have the 2 profiles I need to read. Hello? I guess I am a zombie. It didn't open for me when I walked past. Oh, the brig is this way. Okay. Did it add anything else? Naeva Mora will meet me at the Key, the Crimson Fleet's headquarters in the Crick system. Docking port computer. There's no computer here.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. That's the cargo bay. You got a name? Oh, of course you do. You read about it. You had a name. Hey.
We'll keep the brig ready for any pirates you bring in.
Petrosian. Armin.
Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
All that sounds pretty good. Why the focus on cleanliness?
Besides the fact that it's healthier, a sanitary brig is important for station security. In my experience, a prisoner will hide a shiv under a flake of dust if you let them. The cleaner a space is, the easier it is to spot irregularities, both inside the cell and out.
Okay, sounds good. I keep things neat and tidy, so it won't be a problem.
Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job, then I will do my best to clean up after you.
All right, so were there any problems securing Austin Rake?
No. The prisoner surrendered willingly, as per the terms of your deal. This is probably the safest place for him, if the fleet want him dead. You can chat with him, if you haven't already. I'm sure he has a lot to say.
Okay, well, as the brig officer, is there anything you need from me?
As a matter of fact, I have a favor to ask. I understand that part of your undercover work involves going to the fleet headquarters, namely the Key. While you're there, if you find anything pertaining to the history of the fleet, I'd be interested in learning about it.
Well, there's a lot we can both learn, I'm sure.
I agree. Just keep in mind this is a favor and you're free to ignore it. I only ask because this is such a rare opportunity and I'd hate to pass it up.
No, sounds good. I'll keep an eye out for you.
I appreciate it. I've actually heard rumors about there being audio logs for an interview the founder of the fleet, Jasper Crix, did on the Key. I'm interested in anything he had to say regarding his time in prison and how the prisoners were treated. If you find anything like that, bring it back here, and we'll take a listen.
Well, why the fascination with the fleet's history?
The fleet and the UC are intertwined, and I've always felt knowing that past is an important part of what we do. In life, history can be a guide, a warning, or at times, a reflection. And if you want to know which one it is, you have to stare it in the face, regardless of how ugly it is.
So logically, if he finds out why or how Jasper was treated when Jasper was a prisoner, he cannot do those same things to create the next Crimson Fleet. What kind of prisoners end up in the brig?
The cells you see here are for captured pirates and prisoners of war. If you apprehend any pirates during the course of your missions, they'll be detained here.
Sounds good. What if the prisoners tried to escape? What kind of defenses do we have?
We have multiple turrets attached to the ceiling. If you've met Ensign Betty, she's personally calibrated them to ensure they cover the entire area. That being said, firing the turret should be considered a last resort.
I tried to talk to Ensign Betty, but she didn't. How do you handle treatment of the prisoners?
That's a loaded question. We err on the side of caution here, short of any physical abuse. But with the Crimson Fleet, you have to be very careful. If you give them an inch, they'll take a parsec and find a way to stab you with it.
Okay, well, do the guards get into do the guards get into it with the prisoners?
Verbally, yes. There's a lot of bad blood with the fleet stretching across generations, myself included. Sometimes that blood spills over. As long as there's no actual fighting, I tend to let both sides dish it out.
Okay. Well, security aside, we should try to keep things as humane as possible.
Yes, although it's always a balance. At the end of the day, these are ruthless pirates, and they will take advantage of any weakness you show. But I'll be the first to admit it's not an exact science, and we've made mistakes in the past with both the carrot and the stick. As chief officer of this brig, my worst fear is that we'll someday repeat them.
Which again is why he wants to keep the audio logs, or find the audio logs. What are your thoughts on Commander Ikonde?
He's a good man, singularly focused when it comes to the fleet. But that's not to say he doesn't care about his crew. I can tell you a story as an example if you'd like to hear it.
Does the commander visit the brig often?
Usually only when he has business here. But pretty much everyone passes by the brig on their way to other parts of the ship. Given he sees barely a glance of me most days, you'd think he wasn't paying attention. Hence the story, if you've got time.
Yeah, I've got the time. Go ahead.
So, I'm a bit of a workaholic, and I forget to take breaks. One day, Commander Ikonde passes by the brig and sees me at my desk. He takes one look at my haggard face and says, "Officer, I'm headed to the mess hall. If you're not with me in 15 minutes, your services will no longer be required on my ship." I tried to protest, but he was dead serious. So I went. We had lunch, talked about old times, and I went back to the brig, refreshed and ready to work. It's little things like that. You can see he pays attention, and that he cares about the people, not just the work.
Yep, and that's why he seems to be a good person.
Keep the floors and your nose clean, and you can stay as long as you like.
Alright, sounds good. Brig computer. You don't mind if I check this out? Brig protocols. The Vigilance brings in a high-level Brig is a high-level confinement facility for captured and pre-trial prisoners charged with piracy. The Brig ensures the security and safe transport of all prisoners to UC correctional facilities. Under the guidance of Commander Ikonde and ranking officers of the Vigilance, the Brig staff is responsible for maintaining and enforcing these directives. Sounds good. Transfer protocols. Handcuffs and a guard escort are standard when transporting prisoners. Those assigned to maximum security cells may require additional security measures to prevent escape. We should attempt to accommodate prisoner requests within reason. Looser restraints and comfortable seating can be supplied upon request. The UC will typically use mid-sized Deimos ships for shuttling prisoners to the correctional facility. Okay. I'm guessing someone's going to get captured. I'm going to have to break them out. And that's why it's giving me those details. What is this? Oh, wait. This is the room I was... Oh, yeah. I remember now. I was in that room. There he is. Just counting how many cells they have. At least 11? 12. So they have 12 cells, so chances are I'm going to be having the chance to arrest 12 people. They probably should have put him on a higher floor, to be honest. Hey, Austin.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDef to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that.
I don't even remember who you are. Alright, then explain it to me.
Sure, I got time. You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking about honor among thieves.
I do. You finish a job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face.
You would be cool hanging out with my dude, Vlad, who was also ex-fleet. Why join a medical supply ship?
Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or a UC captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep.
That makes sense. Well, Naiva mentioned you changed your identity.
Yeah, I've had some work done. If you got the Crimson Fleet on your back, you would too. As for the name, that was actually the hard part. You can use 100 different aliases and the system will just add them to the list. Now you can pay a guy to delete the list, but nothing's ever really gone forever. Naver probably paid the same guy to hit rewind, and here we are.
Checks out. Would you be interested in working for SysDef?
And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat.
Alright, well, look forward to seeing some of your ex-coworkers when I start bringing them in. I'm gonna run back up to, did he call her Bindi? Or Bioy?
We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
Maybe I can talk to her? feel like I should have been able to talk to her.
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll...
But it could just be that it's a later on type of thing. Oh, is that you? Yes.
The lieutenant wants those reports on her desk by tomorrow.
Oh, hello. I don't think we've met. Are you by chance new here?
Ship count or the numbers on their potential finances.
Is that a French accent?
And every other report you've been assigned.
Yeah, my name is Orion. Nice to meet you.
Wait, I know that name. You're that dangerous ex-convict everyone is talking about. Well, don't worry. I'm not scared of you. My godmother was a member of the Strikers gang, and you're not even half as scary as her. My name is Javanta. I'm an ensign with the maintenance and robotics team. And just between you and me, I don't think you're dangerous. Do you?
So the first time she said something, it sounded French, which is why I was a bit confused. No, the first time she talked, it wasn't French. First time she talked in this conversation, it sounded French. Now she's back to Indian. But I'm a striker, which I said when she said that. So, I'm a member of the Strikers myself.
Are you really? Oh, what a coincidence. Do you miss home at all? I need to go back the next time I get shore leave. Anyway, it was very nice to meet you. If you want to talk some more, I will be here.
It's a bit interesting that it had a Strikers check. Why did you join SysDef?
It's a good question. It was what you'd call a minor moral crisis. I wasn't happy with my old job at Drone. I felt like my life was on an assembly line. Everything was about profit, and nothing had any real meaning. But then it occurred to me, if I'm so miserable, I could just leave. So one day I just did. SysDef is far from perfect, but our goal is noble. I can sleep soundly knowing my work will be for a cause that is just.
It wasn't an ambush, it was an accident. We jumped to the same place at the same time.
Stars, what system was that? Cheyenne Fen?
Okay,
Pretty
the
much.
people talking in the background.
We can talk later, if you're not feeling up to it.
No, what are your duties here on the ship?
Oh, I'm part of the maintenance team that makes sure the Vigilance is operating smoothly. On the robotic side, I take care of the Model A's on the ship and make sure they're treated with respect and dignity. They are people, after all, just like us.
I don't think turrets are people just like us. Have you seen robots abused and mistreated?
Not here. But at Drone, clients would come in and bring their robots for maintenance. And the condition these robots were in was appalling. Not to mention the way they were talked down to. Personally, I think the way you treat your robots says a lot about you.
And if I had... That dude just bumped into me. If I had Vasco with me, I'm sure Vasco would say something. So, but there's a difference in turrets and robots, at least in my opinion. Robots are sentient. That turret over there is just a turret. Its only function is shoot bad guys. Vasco is capable of thinking for himself, kind of, based on his programming. But agreed, we should treat robots the same way we treat all living things. You're a freaking railroad, aren't you? Is that what this whole conversation is? A reference to the railroad?
Oh dear, it seems your power's gone out. See? I knew there was something I liked about you. Machines are very dear to me. Think of it this way. How can we expect a robot to fight by our side if we won't fight for their right to exist? So I always do my best to treat them as my equals.
Sure. Is there anything you want to know about me?
Oh, I have so many questions. That is not enough time to ask them all. But I will be respectful of your criminal history as it is in the past. We must look forward. Instead, I will ask you a very simple question. Are you a morning, afternoon, or night person?
I guess I'm more of a morning or a night person, but I don't really like labels. I feel like they're just too constricting. This sounds like we're dating. Isn't that the thing you say when the girl asks what you are and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to put a label on it."
Yes, but it's not like it's your whole personality. It's just the time you wake up. And I love waking up early.
You do seem like the type.
Do I? I guess that's a compliment. Everything is just better in the morning. The food, the air, the coffee. But the thing I like best is the quiet. When I can look out into space and see the whole galaxy is asleep. When it's that quiet, the only noise you hear is from the vigilance itself. In fact, we keep each other company when the world is too busy snoring in their beds. It makes it so the mornings are just for us.
You may have heard, but I've joined the Crimson Fleet.
Oh, yes! And we have a new prisoner in the brig. It's really sad the fleet couldn't just leave him be. And having left a toxic situation to come here, I can relate to wanting to escape. Although, no one's tried to have me killed, so. All right then.
Okay, so good thing we walked back to talk to her. It was just because she was
the Crimson Fleet go,
interacting with that. Oh, he did give me a SysDef crew uniform, because this isn't stealing, and it's obviously not for anyone else. I will take it. Probably should have saved before I took it, but it wasn't red, so it wasn't stealing. I think I've already read his terminal. The first time we did this quest stuff. I was just seeing if there was anything else new here. So all that is left is I need to read those profiles and then fly to the key. We have one on Alder Kemp, which I'm pretty sure I already read this one, didn't I? I can't have because it's new. Name, Adler. I keep saying Alder. Adler Kemp. Age 45. Personality, hot-headed, competent, and seasoned. Profile. Adler is a Crimson Fleet ship captain operating out of Sidonia. His hot-headed nature means Adler... Yeah, okay, I did read it right that time. Adler is easily provoked, which has gotten him into numerous scrapes. Despite this flaw, Adler is a seasoned ship captain, and in most cases, he can use his battle prowess to escape sticky situations. Addendum. As more information on Crimson Fleet captains is gathered, additional profiles will be added to Commander Akande's office terminal. Well, they weren't there. Do I have to read them before they add them to his terminal? Crimson Fleet profile, Delgado, who is younger than Adler. Name, Delgado. Age, 44. Personality, clever, shrewd, careful, and calculating. Profile. Originally hailing from Aquila City, Delgado fell into crime at a young age, despite being born into wealth. His parents exiled him in hopes of correcting the behavior. That's a good plan. Yet this only served to increase his criminal behavior, culminating in the theft of a cargo ship, which he used to initiate himself into the Crimson Fleet. Delgado is a shrewd, clever leader who isn't prone to rash judgment. He keeps a tight rein on the Crimson Fleet, but he's given his pirates enough latitude to do what they do best. Crimson Fleet profile, Naiva Mora. Like Nevermore? Is that the joke? Nevermore. Age 32. Personality, short-fused, temperamental, intense, and incendiary. Oh god, she explodes like fire. Profile. Naiva Mora was born and raised in Neon and orphaned at a young age. She spent most of her youth getting arrested for crimes ranging from simple assault to grand larceny, and was a frequent visitor at the Sysdef prison. At 22, she stowed away on a transport to Aquila City. Oh, I thought that was a comma. Was eventually recruited to the Crimson Fleet. Addendum. As more information on Crimson Fleet captain, that's the same thing. And I've got an outfit. Well.
Greetings, Captain.
Greetings, Vasco. Let's go ahead and undock and head to the key. What is it? Not Sierra Keys. Is it Sierra Keys? No, Vera Keys.
Undocking complete.
That's her name. It's Vera Keys. I need a Crimson Fleet outfit, actually, instead of the outfit I'm wearing now. I'm still wearing my Ryujin outfit, which does give me persuasion.
Smooth jump. Nice work.
Stuff. Whoa, bro, you gone. He's fine. Okay.
Nobody hails the key. Just do your business. The key acknowledging fleet vessel. Welcome home. What are you hailing for? Land in the key or don't. Hail acknowledged. Duck where you like. What are you hailing for? Land in the key or don't.
That's Vera Keys' voice. No, it's the other girl. Christine.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
That's Christine's voice from Fallout New Vegas. She's other voices too, but that was my immediate thought. That's Christine. But I think Christine's voice actor also did Vera Keys' voice.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Captain Orion, do you require my assistance?
4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new Rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
Why? Did you miss me? She hates when I joke around, so of course I'm gonna say it.
Please. It'd be one less sloppy Rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin Rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Okay, well, should I be rough? Because she was cool with him being rough, so I think I should be rough, right? Job's done and I'm here, so back off.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
The Crimson Fleet took over an entire UC star station?
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
Alright. Bet it really pisses the UC off that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Alright. Yo, dump that body.
History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock.
The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Didn't Cloud beat Suvorov? Pretty sure.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king.
What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault if people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
See
On
anything
the right,
you like?
You've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's core, Run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
All right, sounds good. How is a bomb in your chest empowering? Well, obviously, because he could pull it at any time and blow people up.
I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
But we got a security check. That's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Okay, sounds good. So, one wrong move and you're dead?
Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
Okay, well, Delgado sounds like a smart man.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Eugen would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
I had a fake name, right? I don't remember what it was. I don't think I'm using my real name. Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Yeah, time to make those credits.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
What kind of jobs?
Oh, you know, Smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Sure, sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen
Some
up.
missions
You
required.
can all
Until
stop
next time.
complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Okay.
Tick-tock, a little less loitering, a little more looting. Those mission boards aren't going to clear themselves.
How standard are these theft missions?
Very. You'll get a location with the target goods. We don't care how you get it, as long as you deliver. You get caught, that's on you.
What can you tell me about the piracy missions?
I'm constantly scanning for valuable shipments. You'll be given a target ship transport in the system to track them down. Just be sure you have the cargo space to get the goods.
Can you give me some details on the smuggling jobs?
We have contacts throughout the settled systems that require shipments of illegal goods. Smuggling requires a bit of subterfuge since we'll be loading up your ship with contraband. If you want to make that delivery without getting caught, you'll need shielded cargo space to accommodate the goods.
And I need that. What is shielded cargo space?
You don't know? Well, you're about to enter a whole new world. Shielded cargo space is a fleet specialty. It's made to fool the UC and Freestar Ranger scanners that are used to detect contraband.
Okay, how do I get shielded cargo space?
Speak to Jazz about that. She'll be more than happy to set you up.
Okay, I need shielded cargo space to not get caught doing smuggling missions? Got it.
Good, because I do hate repeating myself.
Sounds good.
If you need credits, you know where to find me.
Oh, come on. What are you doing? Hey. Who's in the gym? I know, I gotta finish this quest up, but just need to see if there's any more new people that matter.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problems.
We'll talk to the shopkeepers later, but I do want to talk to Jazz. That's one of the interviews.
Need something?
I could just come right back here. Come on, my guy. There she is.
Ship services? You need it, I've got it. So, looks like we got ourselves a new Rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
Jazz? Didn't Neva call you Jasmine? I'm unsure of how nicknames work.
Neva's the only one who calls me that, amongst other things. To you and everyone else, it's just plain old Jazz.
Sounds good. What's the deal with you and Neva? She's like second in command and everyone kind of treats her like garbage.
Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back.
Okay, so you two are a thing. That still doesn't explain why Neva gets treated like crap by nearly everyone. I guess that's just your culture. You're basically raiders. Well, I hope the fleet has a wider variety than the UC and Freestar.
It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands. So if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
Sounds good. Will these parts show up on the UC or Freestar security scanners? She just said no, but we'll ask.
No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business.
I'm always looking for an edge.
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business.
All right, mind helping me with my ship?
All business and no fun, huh? What do you need?
Can I go back to those other questions? Done with my ship for now.
Fine by me.
Wait.
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing.
This is an odd question to ask, but okay. How serious are things between you and Neva?
Serious enough that you don't have a chance in hell? Neva's got a fire in her. The kind you only see in an engine pushed to its limit. She doesn't half-ass a damn thing, and I love her for it.
She half-asses a lot of things. Instead of going to kill the dude herself, she had me do it, and then when she threatened me, she said she would send someone else to come kill me instead of do it herself. She seems like a terrible leader. So, how did you wind up on the key?
Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet.
So you were kidnapped and now you have Stockholm Syndrome. Mind helping me with my ship?
I don't mind helping, but it'll cost you.
I'd like to view and modify my ships.
I bet you would. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look.
How do I do the, or is it going to be part of the quest line? Storage. I'm guessing it's part of the quest line because I don't have an option to stealth my stuff up. Or the way you walk.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side.
Okay. Let's get...
Need to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
You never brought me down to the bunks. Is the...
We call UC System sharks, but to the fleet, they're just bait.
Okay. Is the key gonna get shut down when I finish the quest line? Or will I still be allowed back here?
Smuggling, stealing, pirating.
I don't think they'll lock me out of this location. There's another one of his. No, that's someone else. That's some evidence. Okay, I still haven't picked up any of the evidence. That's its own quest. We'll worry about that then. Let me do a hard save over my Ryujin stuff. And head on upstairs to the operations center.
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
Ah, there is our other new recruit. What's up?
Mathis Castillo. It's gonna have me kill him, huh?
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only Rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to cash in.
You and everyone else on this station. Keep following orders, and you'll get paid. It's as simple as that. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal, or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Be nice if I could lie and say I killed Vlad. Why would a pirate organization have so many rules? Those were 3 rules, but why?
Of course we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think again. Our influence, our money, our respect comes from meticulous planning and every last soul in the fleet following my orders to the letter. That is why you need to learn to place the fleet before everything.
Okay. Sleep before breakfast because I like to sleep late. He won't appreciate the joke, but I'm gonna say it. I hope that doesn't include sleep before breakfast.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this Rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
All right, how many tests and initiations do I have to go through? This is my 3rd one.
What? Were you expecting a goddamn graduation ceremony? Think I'm just going to slap a skull on you and send you on your way? Make no mistake, you are being tested all the time. Every job you take will be under constant scrutiny. And Neva? Oh, she's just waiting for you to screw things up.
What's this code Neva's talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Okay, so you take every new pirate on these initiations by yourself? Really? The boss? Good boss.
Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any Rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time?
But if they all die and no one's recovered it, then you're getting no new recruits. But okay, maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operated at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef.
What if Neva's right and Crix's legacy isn't real?
Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Okay. Won't the fleet just become a larger target for the UC Systef?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
All right, we'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
That completes whatever it was.
Are you looking to start something?
Rook.
'Cause I'll finish it.
But we got an outfit. Swashbuckler gear. I guess we'll go ahead and put it on. I like how the light beams out of my forehead like I'm an alien. Is Naiva still here? Can I talk to any of them before I head out? Guessing no. Oh, that's them.
Every captain here is armed their stripes.
Might want to kit yourself out for the Triple O. Just saying.
Oh, this just leads back downstairs, so I don't have to take an elevator up. Okay.